Runaway horse passes during missing child Summer Wells press conference on June 24th, 2021.
And we overcome these situations. From here on out, it is going to be providing our team the rest and assurance to make sure that we can provide more and more fresh bodies, fresh eyes, and be able to come in and help search for Summer Wells.
As far as my office, it's been pretty hard because my office don't stop. We're still answering calls, still doing investigations, come in, and we're still running the jail, and all the officers out.
The horse came running from that direction. Okay, right there. And it went that way, cut that curve, when it should have went that way. I want you to take a look at the curve that horse took. The blue line, Blair's Gap Road, is what you would have thought it would have took. A couple weeks ago, me and Candus went down those roads that the horse should have went down and didn't. Two roads specifically, that had never had any flyers hung up. We went down those roads. Mountain View Road, Blair's Gap. And since then, every one of those flyers that we hung has been tore down. But the flyers that we hung up on Beech Creek Road and Van Hill are still up. This stood out to me. Why these roads? Why those locations? And I want to be clear because I know people will bring this up. Yes, Don Wells has taken down flyers at the end of his driveway and on his road. And there's been conflict over that for months. But I don't believe that Don took down these flyers on Mountain View Road or Blair's Gap. And I don't believe Candus did either. She actually went with me and helped me hang these flyers. Now, me and Nana don't agree on this, and that's okay, because we can disagree and still care about Summer. These are different locations, they're different circumstances. If these flyers can remain up on Beech Creek Road and Van Hill, but every flyer on Mountain View Road and Blair's Gap is gone, then why were those roads singled out? As someone that's familiar with this area, it does not seem random to me. It raises questions that need to be taken seriously. I'm not making accusations. I'm asking fair questions based on what I've observed. Who removed them? And why those roads? There's something else that's added to my concern. When I looked into the property ownership of these roads, I noticed some of the last names that made me pause and raised even more concerns for me. Now, I want to be very clear. I'm not suggesting that sharing a last name means that anyone has done anything wrong. It does not. What I'm saying is, combined with these flyers being removed specifically from these two roads, it made me feel that there are questions worth asking. Maybe there's a simple explanation, and I'm open to that. But taken together, it's one more reason that this is really bothering me. And one more reason why I'm asking. Why were these flyers removed from Mountain View Road and Blair's Gap? It's important. Something this small may seem small, but it could be a whole lot more. Summer deserves for her flyers to be hung. I understand that people want this all to go away, but it's not. She's still missing. She still deserves to be found. Let's talk about facts for a minute, not opinions. Summer Wells had an Amber Alert issued, and not every missing child receives an Amber Alert. There are specific criteria that have to be met before that can happen. It's not something that's just handed out lightly. That alone should tell people that from the very beginning, there were broader circumstances in this case that needed serious attention. There have also been reports of her scent and her footprint being picked up in multiple areas. Law enforcement has returned to certain locations more than once to search, and even recently, they have been searches conducted 9 miles away from her home. All that points to one thing. This case is bigger than the narrow narrative that people keep trying to force. But instead of looking at the full picture, people continue to focus on one angle, blaming her parents. Listen, I'm not here to tell anyone what to think. I'm here to remind people to think. Because when you step back and you look at the totality of what's been said and done, it should make you realize that this isn't as simple as people want it to be. And until people are willing to look beyond assumptions, the truth risks being overlooked. And the truth should be more important than all this drama.